Okay guys, welcome. I'm going to do the front view, the orthographic projection, which is a principal view. It's one of my 6 principal views for my Duplo block here. I have an arrow pointed by, I think of my eye as this little circle right here, and I'm looking at it right there to see the front. So I'm going to start down here in this corner, and I'm going to add this line here. This line here is 1.25 inches. I'm going to do 2 blocks as a 1/4 inch or 8 blocks as an inch. So I'm going to come over 10 blocks, which would be the proper measurement. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that line is that. Next, I'm going to draw, as I'd see, this line. That one, which is 3/4 inch, will be 6 blocks high by the scale I'm running on this. And then I'll go ahead and I'll complete this line and this line just to make it a rectangle. So that's relatively straightforward. Come up here like that, and then come across. So that represents that main face. Now I'm going to do the studs. There'd be a line here that I would see and a line here that I'd see. Oops. It's not going to let me show you, but I'm going to go ahead and do that. That is going to be 1/8 of an inch or 1 block in. It's going to go a little more than the block high. And then I'm going to want to line up both these studs. So I'm going to add a construction line. So I'm going to go a lighter line, and then I'm also going to change its color. And I'm going to run a line over here. A construction line is simply a light line that does not take precedence, that allows me to be accurate. I'll change my line weight and color back. It allows me to keep things lined up. It's going to come over to here and go straight down. That is the stud that I'd see on the left. It's actually both studs. And then there's a 1/4 inch between, so 2 blocks between. And then that'll come over to here and line up like this. I'll go ahead and I'll shorten that. This program's not really meant to be a drafting program, but it's a good one for screencasting. So that is what, if I look at the front view, that's what I'm going to see as far as the not construction lines, but object lines. Now, there's a lot going on there inside, certainly I know that. So I'm going to go ahead and do the inside also while I'm at it. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do the thickness of the wall, which coming off a measurement, and it's going to look like about 1/4 of a block. We'll obviously go through and dimension it. So for things that are going on that I know to be there, but I cannot clearly see them, those are going to be represented by hidden lines. So I'm going to change to a dashed line for those. And I'm going to go ahead and add in some hidden lines, just basically representing the thickness of the Lego. It's going to come across and go down, and certainly that is going to go there. Let's see, I can go up the inside here like that, and like that. And again, I'd be more precise in my measurement if I weren't screencasting, but for the purpose of this, I'm going to screencast like that. I know my center peg comes down in the middle, and I will also identify that, and then certainly I'll add in some fins. So for the center peg, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3 blocks in, representing the center peg. Oops, I'm going to undo that. And it's going to go, the outside of the center peg is going to look like this. And it'll come up on this line here. And then, let's see, I'll represent my fins. My fins do not come down the whole way. They come down and they stop just short. So that would be representative of a fin. And a fin. All right. those are all the hidden lines. I'm going to go ahead and, those aren't all the hidden lines because I have to do the inside wall of the center peg, like this. And then I'm going to certainly, I'll use this for a center. I will show the center of this circle, and I'll show the center of this circle, and then I would have the center of that. That's not an exact representation. We'll talk about center lines and whatnot, but this is a relatively good drawing. Certainly I stuck to the blocks pretty well, and this would serve as a very good guide of drawing your front view old school on paper. Thank you.